Hey YouTube, this is T. Wagner here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this window behind me here and put in a replacement window. It's not exactly the right size, but I'll make it fit. Since I got the window free, I guess I can't complain. First thing you want to do, measure your opening. It's well within the limits of my replacement window. I'm just going to show you a few features about this new window. Although this window seems kind of old and everything, it's brand new and it's still in its original packaging. And when you get one, this actually came from Home Depot, and it's a few years old, probably from the 90s, but it's good enough. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my, I just like it, sawhorses, and I made these a long time ago. This one has a extremely thick top, and you can see all the kerfs in it. You can make your own, any design you want. This shows you a little bit about how to make them. As I turn it around here, but they're really handy. This one, I made it smaller so it would fit between the legs of the other one so that they can be nested. First thing we're going to do, remove the old storm window. I used stainless steel screws. You can see these. Because I'm the one who put the storm window in there. And I got tired of water leaking in and the windows cracked and all kinds of stuff. Alright, right now I'm going to be taking out the window, the storm window. Next thing we're going to do,
completion of
remove the stops.
Storm window removal.
I'll show you up here what the stops are. All right, these are the stops here. And you got to take them out, take the windows out. I'm about ready to take out the last stop at the top. And there's a couple nails holding in the window, but you got to be careful the window doesn't come crashing down. It should stay there for now, but when you're taking out a window, you got to use one of these, flat bar. It's got two ends on it. It's got nail pullers on it, both ends. So I'm about ready to take the window out now. See how easy that was when you're watching to make sure the window doesn't come crashing down. There's stops for the inside window too. All right, YouTube, this is T. Wagner. Right now I'm going to remove the upper or lower window, and I've removed the stops already. It's just hanging in there by a prayer. I'm going to do some more work on the stops, and I'm going to take out the frame. I loosened the stops on the inside of the window. There's stops everywhere because you have two sliding windows, and so I'm going to take them out. several of the stops that were holding the inside window, they're dadoed into the frame, and so they're a little bit rough to get out, but you got to keep digging at them with your flat bar. See all that? I've got the stops all out, and the frame, I'm gonna scrape it, paint it later. Maybe I'll do a little bit today, I don't know. This is an old-fashioned paint scraper. It's got an edge up here and two on the sides and one down here, and you reverse them when one part of the scraper wears out. So I'll show you how to do that. You just take it along the surface and chip all the old paint off. You gotta get rough with it. This house is over 100 years old. From what I can figure out, it was built before 1901. Since my mom and dad found wallpaper that said 1901 on it. These windows here, you can see this thing right here. If you pull it out, you could pull the window up and down, and it's sort of spring-loaded. You can see out here, this part right here, and that would stop the window from going up and down, like if you wanted to open the window during the summer. All right, I'm behind the camera, as you can see. This is a little bit of action cam. And what I'm doing is I'm showing you what I'm doing with this window here, because I'm getting ready to paint it. I've already removed all the stops, and I've scraped it right here and everywhere. Now I'm just cleaning this out right here because there's chips of paint in there. If you're worried about lead paint at your home, that's up to you what you want to do about that. If you want to wear the protective equipment, that's up to you. But I'm just getting all the little chips out of here using a paintbrush. Get all that stuff out of there. There's some on the interior, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm not working on that right now. I'm working on the exterior. So we'll get all that paint out of there. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to show you this. This is sort of an unboxing of this window. And this window is from the about 1999. And modern windows are similar. If you want to get triple pane, that would be better. Take all the cardboard and stuff off of it. I can see right here the weather strip is all messed up. That's not going to be a terrible problem because I'm going to be using caulk around the window. Take all that stuff off. This was in my barn, so unfortunately the barn is about 100 years old too. So this has a screen on it. Make sure you figure out which is the inside and which is the outside of the window. Also, these screws came with it. These kind of screws here, you can use them if you want to. That's up to you. There might be instructions with them. I don't see any instructions with this one here, but it gives you an idea of how they are put together. These are welded right here. I used to work with plastics, and they use a welder to weld these seams. It partially melts both sides, and then they're put together. Here's the locks for it. We'll look at it a little bit later. Okay, I wanted to show you this window, and it's been cleaned up some. I want to show you this down here at the bottom. See this part here, it's removable. Alright, the reason why it is removable is because let's say that you get your window in there and there's a 1/4 inch gap. Well, you can slip this down a little bit, cover that 1/4 inch gap. You want to try to get it as close as possible. Now, this window is not the right size. I covered that in the beginning of the video. It's 26. I already checked my size here, and I don't know if you can see it, but I've got 28 and a quarter. Alright, so come over here again. You ever heard the expression, measure twice, cut once? Certainly applies, and I'm going to check it here 3 different places, because there's a possibility that when they made these and welded them up that they weren't quite right. And as you can see right here, this is about 1/8 of an inch difference than the top. See that? So I'm going to say it's 26. So you take your 28 and a quarter minus 26, you get 2 1/4. So that means that I have to make up that space here and here. And I'm going to do that with 1x material. We'll see how it works. Okay, we're back here. Alright, we're going to take this board, and fortunately it fits exactly. And what I did was I took some paint thinner and covered the back of it, wiped it off with a rag, and then I'm going to paint it and leave it overnight. It's getting dark, so what I'm going to do is put it up here. Alright, I don't know if you can see this, but I made a mark here because I got to notch this. Now a notch means that I'm going to cut this portion out right here. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to cut this portion out. I can do that after I paint it because it's getting dark and I want to get it painted. When you buy paint, make sure you get a good brand. This is Perry and Derrick, and I bought this a while ago, but it's oil-based paint. And if you want to use water-based, if you can get oil-based paint will last longer. I made this stir stick for my drill. And I just took a piece of rod that I found out in my barn, and it's not fancy, but it works really good. Alright, as you can see, I've got my window in. This is what happens when you play a video game and you get a new one. And I didn't start until about 5 o'clock. Sun went down around between 6 and 7. So anyways, I want to show you something, a little bit of action cam up here. When you're doing something that takes a lot of time, but you didn't have a lot of time, you kind of rush through things, and I've got this situation over here where this is sticking out. This area right here is sticking out beyond this, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my multi-function tool and I'm going to cut this off. I have a unboxing of this tool here, and this is just a simple one I got at Walmart, but you can spend as much as you want to for your project. This one I got it trimmed flush. What I did was I took my square, held it up here like this, and referenced off of this bottom piece, and I made a line here, and it's kind of rough, but it'll work. Up here I've got it flush already with this surface and this surface here, and that's what I want because I'm going to put a board clear across here to the other side to cover all that up. Okay, well, I got the window in and the outside needs to be trimmed. You can make your own trim if you want to. I just did this on a table saw, and it's about 35 out here, so I can't really speak that well, but I left the saw marks on it, but if you want to sand it, join it, do all that, make it all beautiful, it's up to you. This is wood that I got from the barn, and it's all planed on two sides. We've got about an inch gap around this entire thing. I'm just going to make butt joints and put a little caulk on them. That's it. Also, I got a pneumatic nailer with a compressor. The compressor is behind the camera, but I've got 1.5 inch nails in here. As you noticed, I had to hold it tight against the window. Well, as you can see, pretty much done. My hands are so cold I can't do anymore. So I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. And again, it's dark. That's it.